Hey guys, so next we're going to talk about vegetables. And as we all know, vegetables are very important for our health. We get tons of vitamins and minerals from vegetables, and they also can help keep you full because they're a lot of volume for less calories. So you could eat, 2 big cups of vegetables, and that might fill your stomach up way more than 1 tablespoon of 100 calories of almond butter. For example. So when it comes to vegetables, I used to think I had to get all the vegetables every day. I would try and put kale and spinach in my shake, and then eventually was adding beets and everything I could fit in my shake I was trying to drink, and trying to have a juice once a day, trying to make sure I had carrots and an apple and Brussels sprouts with dinner, and my stomach was very uncomfortable all of the time. And there's just a limit to how much you can actually get in your diet each day, and not every day is going to be perfect. So that's one thing I want you to really think about if you're starting to work on your nutrition and really laying out what you're going to be eating and how much, because I have new clients create a rough draft for me before we start their beginning of their program, so that they go into it with a game plan and they know that they're going to have a good recipe for success. But a lot of times new clients come to me with these very, very precise, perfect rough drafts with tons and tons and tons of vegetables. And that's great, but it's not always realistic. We don't always have time to saute this and cook that and prep this and prep that. And so I try and help them think about their vegetable and fruit intake for the sake of a week versus day to day. Just like when you're creating a calorie deficit for a week, if you're trying to lose weight, you're not just subtracting a ton of calories every day, because it's not quite sustainable. So, if you have spinach 3 times a week, and you have broccoli other days, and you have carrots here, and you have beets here, and you kind of get a mix on the week as a whole, that's going to really bode better for the long run, because you're getting a variety. And you can't get the perfect variety every single day, but as long as each day you're making a step in the right direction, it's going to be easier to stay consistent with. So for me, I put spinach and kale in my shake every morning just because I really like the combination. It's easy to buy a huge bag, throw some in there every day, and I know I'm starting my day off right with vegetables. And then when it comes time for lunch, if I don't have time to make broccoli or saute some mushrooms, then it's okay. Maybe I'll have zucchini at dinner or some carrots as a snack, and I'll move on. And the next day, I might have some different vegetables. So the other thing that happens with some of my clients is when they're trying to prep a lot of vegetables, they tend to end up using more fats than they realize, because they'll put olive oil here to saute the spinach, and then they'll add butter over here when they're doing, making their potatoes, or coconut oil when they're roasting something on the grill. So be mindful when you're prepping your vegetables. Steaming is always going to be a better option, and you can use tons and tons of different spices to flavor them. But just be mindful if you're eating a lot of vegetables. I went through a phase in college where I was eating Brussels sprouts and roasted asparagus and broccoli every day on top of my shake, and it was quite a lot of fat added into my diet by the way I was preparing them. So again, make sure you're tracking what you do and understanding what you're getting each day as a whole. And then when you look back at your week, you can see, especially if you use Cronometer.com, you can see how many of all the vitamins and minerals. It will calculate all of that for you. I use the MyPlate app, and it doesn't show you how much vitamin K you have or how much vitamin D you have. So definitely use Cronometer if you're really trying to hone in on your vitamin and mineral intake and being able to look at the different types of fat you're getting. So that's a really good source to use. And as far as vegetables go, just remember, think about what you do throughout the week as a whole each week. And then after 1 week, you can look at it and you can say, okay, how could I make this better? Or was I eating too many vegetables or not? So shoot for 2 to 3 servings a day at least. And if you can't get that, then try again the next day. Add them in and just don't stress it.